In this video, I'm going to be talking about the Tek Wyvern saddle, which was a saddle that never ended up getting added to Ark. I'm going to be going over the reasons why it might not have been added, and the history behind it. So the Tek Wyvern saddle was officially in development in around 2017, which is when they started working on it, and it was an official thing. They were going to add it into the game at some point, or they were working on it at some point. If you don't know, this is around the time that they were adding a bunch of Tek saddles, and of course they started adding the Tek tier with probably a year before this was even added. But they were adding stuff like the Tek Rex saddle, which was the first Tek saddle, and then they added like the Terra Joppa saddle, the Megalodon, the Mosasaur, and all of that. So the Tek Wyvern saddle never ended up getting into the game, so you're probably wondering how people even know that it existed. Well, back in the old days of Ark, there was the dev kit, and of course there still is the dev kit. That is what you use to basically get all of the functions and props from the game that you use. This is only a PC thing that they have on Steam, but of course the dev kit would get updated before the game did, and it would have some of the in-game assets before the update was ever added. In 2017, I don't know exactly when, but it got updated, of course, like it did a lot of the times, and there's a bunch of stuff. For example, it hinted at the Phoenix probably a year and a half before the Phoenix came out, and there were also the Tek binoculars in the dev kit around 4 years ago, which didn't even get added until Genesis Part 1 came out. But anyway, around 2017, which is when the Tek Wyvern saddle got added in the dev kit, and it was the same with the Tek shield and the Tek sword, which of course the Tek shield and Tek sword have been in the game for ages now, and I believe were originally released with Ragnarok, but they were released with the full release of the game. So this was back when the game was still in early access and wasn't even on other consoles like Nintendo Switch yet. It was only on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Of course, when it came out for the dev kit, along with the shield, the Tek shield, and the Tek sword, tons of YouTubers were making videos about it. And of course, we didn't really know much about it, but the only thing there was a 3D model of the actual saddle, which people would put that onto the Wyvern to make it look like it was actually on the Wyvern. There's a lot of reasons why this might not have been added to the game. In my opinion, I think it would have been sick if it would have been added, even if it was overpowered. It looks amazing, and it looks really dope, so of course I would have loved it in the game. Of course, Wyverns are like my favorite creature. But the reasons this probably didn't get added is because, one, it'd be overpowered. Also, there's laser attachments, like I don't know if I mentioned it already, but of course laser attachments wouldn't make sense on a Wyvern because it has breath attacks. You don't need lasers as well as the breath attack, as well as it'd be overpowered giving it an armor thing, because if you don't know, saddles give an armor to the certain creature. Tek saddles give more than regular ones, and Wyverns don't even have saddles in the first place, so that wouldn't even make sense to have a Tek saddle but not have a regular saddle and be able to ride it without that. So of course the additional armor and the laser attachments would make this pretty powerful already. So of course Wyverns are breedable now as of a few months ago, which means that you could get imprinting on them, which would make the Tek Wyvern saddle even more powerful than it already is. And of course Genesis Part 2 just came out about 3 weeks ago when the Void Rims came out, which is basically a Tek Wyvern, but it doesn't have a Tek saddle, it's just like any other Wyvern. Of course, most people were thinking this would be a drop from the Alpha Manticore, which would be pretty cool. Also, when Crystal Isles came out, I had heard people saying that it would be cool as like a thing. If you killed the Crystal Wyvern Queen, you would get the Tek Wyvern saddle, which of course that map just came out about a year ago now. So it is pretty disappointing that the Tek Wyvern saddle never ended up getting added to the game. I think it would have been a really cool addition. Even if it wasn't overpowered, they probably could have balanced it some way to where it wasn't like extremely overpowered. It could have just been a cool thing to have. But yeah, that is going to be it for this video. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe. Also, let me know if you guys enjoyed this style of video. But thanks for watching, and